Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your faces to a brand new vlog. Today we are back. It is March, and we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. I'm quite excited to be back vlogging because, man, it's kind of just a video diary, and I just love doing vlog content. It's so much fun, even though I don't do fuck all, but it's just fun to do. But this month, what we've got occurring for March, behind the scenes content of making content, which I'm about to actually start recording some YouTube videos. So we've got behind the scenes kind of content sort of thing going on. We've got a week off at the end of March, so hopefully some fun stuff going on there. And just overall, just little things going on behind the scenes, really, because it is, I think this month is going to be a bit behind the scenes kind of stuff kind of going on, really. So I think we'll start off with that, talking about behind the scenes. I want to kind of just talk about behind the scenes kind of stuff because that's why we do vlogging, so you guys can understand what's going on in here, then I can translate to you, then hopefully you understand what's going on. So I haven't really been streaming much at the moment because as I'm recording this is the 8th March. So obviously this is the build up of March content, so whenever you watch this might be the end of March. So it's been a bit of a weird one. With content side of stuff because I'm still at really shit time at the moment mental health wise, and I've generally not really been on the mood to go live because when you go on stream you want to be high energy, give everyone a good time, but in the content bubble it's hard to do that, especially say if you're working full-time hours. You need to have some downtime. You do need to have some downtime, so I've not really been streaming the last like this, well, as I'm recording this, the 8th. I didn't stream last week, but I've just not streaming again this week, I think. I just hadn't really in the mood to stream, to be honest, because I'm a very more like mellow kind of mood, and a little bit antisocial, a little bit. I'm trying to come out of that mood, but so the reason I'm not being streaming as much, but not going down the mental health road, but it's more down the content road. We'd be trying to change up a little things and that with content with like YouTube and streaming, and let me explain. So let me explain what is going on in my creative process, creative brain, content brain, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you call it. Is there a term for it these days? I don't really have a clue. So streaming takes a lot of energy. People expect a lot of energy, and for us content creators, kind of give you a little behind the scenes, how my thought process works with it. I want to always have a game which I'm interested in. I could stream for hours and hours and hours. People are interested in watching if I'm not super talkative, and able to communicate with chat. So you're trying to have these three things in place. So a game that I'm interested in playing, a game that people are interested in watching, and a game I'm able to interact with chat with. So there's three pillars that I try and foundation my streams on, and Minecraft's very good for that. I use Minecraft as an example. It's a game I can play for a good few hours, people find kind of interesting, and I'm able to interact with chat really well. It hits the pillars really well. Rainbow Six Siege, when I used to stream that, game I could play for hours, people enjoyed, and I could interact with chat a lot. It's quite hard to find that game in the middle, a game that I can stream for hours, people are interested in, and I can interact with. Like, I'm trying out different combos I have been, and doing a lot of surveys with people as well, like asking questions. So I've been trying out different things I have been asking questions, like how long do you like YouTube videos? What do you like when it comes to streaming and stuff like that? And my overall valuation has come from it. It's kind of like I've already knew at the back of my brain, but it's only kind of just like, I now accept this is a thing, is people like socializing on Twitch more than games. Games is a thing, but socialization is the main dominant thing. Because from my evaluation, my examination, I asked people and stuff like that, and just generally doing my homework, people like interactions more. So my verdict from this is I'm wanting to do more single player kind of games. But the problem is, if you're streaming single player games, people don't want to watch the newer games because they want to play it themselves. And they want to come to Twitch for socialization in an interaction, engaging thing. That's why they come to you. And if you're not able to deliver that in like instant kind of like engagement, they're out. They're going to go watch someone who's just doing a 12-hour just chatting stream and watching someone just kind of just having a good old time, boogieing away. And just being really hyper off Geofuel and Red Bull and shit like that. So it's a bit of a weird one. It has been. That's kind of like with my thing being kind of like taken away from the last few weeks. It's like it's a big thing across Twitch. It's not just me. It's kind of everyone. Where they might just be like a bit burnt out with things because they don't know what to do. Because I'd say it's across the board. These 3 pillars I speak of. A game that we're happy to stream, a game that people are happy to watch, and a game that we can interact with chat with. That's the perfect formula. It's hard to find them games. They're very like once in a blue moon kind of games. But when you find it, it's great. But find that game, you go through loads of games, trying out different things, and it's bloody impossible to find. But I just generally feel like content creation has changed. It really has been a thing in my back of my brain in the last year and a bit. I feel like many things have changed with it. It's me as well, probably as well. That's the thing. I've changed my ways, and I just think everything's changed with it. So it's like there's only 2 things you can really do on Twitch these days. Be either really good at games, like competitive, because everyone's bloody competitive these days. It's like, what's your KD, bro? Well, what's your bloody win ratio? Or you're super entertaining, high energy. They're the 2 things. There's no casualness. There's very, nothing. I just generally think casual gaming is out the window now. I feel like casual gaming is out the window, and the only casual gamers you kind of get with it these days are single player games, really. And that's a very difficult market to get into on Twitch, because what I generally find is, and once again, I've done my homework on it, I've watched people play different single player games, and I generally find, say if you average 10 viewers, you switch to, say if you play a multiplayer game, you play a single player game, which is 10 viewers, you're only going to keep 3 or 4 of your viewers. The other 6 or 7 are going to go. So I always find you keep quarter of your audience. So if I generally find, like from my time on Twitch, if you've got 100 viewers and you switch to another game, you're only going to retain probably about 30 viewers out of that 100. Because they're like, I'm out. No. Because they're there for probably that precise game you're playing. And if you're changing up, say maybe from playing like a high energy, like competitive, like Warzone game sort of thing, and you're just going to go for something more chilled, a bit more of a story-based game, viewers are out. It's really changed the whole content bubble, which has changed my concept of like what I want to be doing as well. It's like, I can openly admit, I think if people went to me, it's like, I think I've tweeted about it, to be honest, as well. It's like, I have thought about going into down streaming and stuff like that, because it's not quite the same as it was. There's no casualness. And that's why I got into streaming casually, to play games with people, make friends, and just have a good laugh. I just noticed there's a massive spider in my wall. I'll sort that out in a minute. But that's what I generally find. Like, that casualness, that making friends, it's that formula's change. You have to be really competitive to make friends, or you've got to be super entertaining, high energy to make friends. It's very hard to, in this very chilled environment, to make friends. You can still make friends on it, but it's not as much as I used to. Because like within a year, like I make loads of people. These days, people don't really browse as much, and if you try and engage with people, I think you've got to offer something really quickly, because people's attention spans are very different. So I think the generic, like when you go to someone's stream going, hello, how you doing? I feel like that's not the same. I think you've got to have something different, unique, and be like, yo, welcome, and you've got to be doing something freakish, like dancing, or just really like screaming because you're about to get your 30th kill in Warzone or something like that. So that's what people want to see, because they're like, oh, they're hooked, instantly hooked. It's like a TikTok, isn't it? I think literally Twitch is like TikTok now. You've got to have that constant thing going on, because if you haven't got that constant thing going on, people are out. They literally are. So I think the people's attention spans have got very shorter. They want instant content coming their way, and no low point moments. I feel like you've always got to have high energy, high gameplay going on always. It's a very, very, very tiny little niche of people like, nah, I like a bit of chill, bit more relaxed. But that's what people want, because if you think of the overall like Twitch or TikTok these days, sorry, not Twitch, overall TikTok, people, they always say when you're making TikTok clips, have an instant kick within the first 2 seconds of your clips. That's what people want with their streams. But if people are looking around for streams, if you haven't got that instant kick, they're out. They really are. And I do believe in that with how other things are. So like YouTube videos as well. If you haven't got that instant kick, that high energy, people might be out already. They're like, nah, not interested. And I just generally do think people's brains have changed a lot in the last few years when it comes to content. So, which makes me kind of go, do I stop doing Twitch as much? Because I haven't got the high energy as I used to. Especially like when I've got mental health problems, it's hard to like psych yourself up for it. And maybe just focus on like doing the single player stuff, which I was talking about, like in streams and stuff like that. Do I just do that now on YouTube? Because the way I look at it as well, with doing YouTube videos, like if I'm streaming, you're only discoverable when you're live. But YouTube videos, I kind of keep an eye on my YouTube videos, and I'm getting views when I'm not even like, say I'm uploading videos. The video's active 24/7, so it just makes me kind of go, do I just do that instead now? Because there's a bit more discoverability. And honestly, it's quite nice because the way I can work it, so it's like I can record a video for an hour, walk away for 2 hours, come back and edit for like an hour, and render it and upload it, then walk away, make a thumbnail later. It's like I could break up. So unlike with streaming, you have to just sit for an instant 4 hours, and by the end of it, you're just like, oh, tired now, tired. So just generally like thinking about things, evaluating things and stuff at the moment. So that's what's going on in my brain at the minute, because I just feel like the whole diverse of content creators are changing, and I think with the lack of games and stuff, and how people are these days, like because they want a certain kind of content, that instant kick like I'm talking about. If you're not offering that instant kick, and if you're able to provide that instant kick, like you're able to stream full time or you only work part time and stuff like that, then awesome. But you got to have that high energy these days. I think none of this chill environment is not a thing anymore, because if you're not offering something like I think firing on all cylinders, people are not as interested. So I think if you're only, I think even only giving 70%, I think some people will tap out. Really is. It's an interesting time at the minute in the world of content creation, and I'm seeing a lot of people quite the same. So if you are the same, let us know in the comments down below, or just drop me a DM, because I love talking about content stuff with people. But some people might not think about this sort of stuff when it comes to content. People just live in the realm of just like, play whatever. Then you say whatever, then people like, oh yeah, I'm not actually going to watch. Play whatever, but I'm not going to watch. I'm going to go and watch someone and just chatting because they're more energy. But you play whatever, you do that, but I'm not going to stick and support you. I'm going to go and hang out with Bob360, who's currently doing a subathon, doing just don't know, something stupid, like just crazy. I don't know. I just don't know. But not hating on them people as well. Don't mean to hate on them people. Like, that's what, if you're being unique, you get in traffic for that, then awesome. Some people don't have the energy for that. It's not me meant to be ranting. It's more just meant to be like, oh yes, times are changing, and I'm just getting old. Fuck. But I'm going to carry on with my actual making the YouTube videos. Horizon Forbidden West. If you've not been watching this, highly recommend it. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'm nearly finished it. I've only got 3 quests left, main quests. Then I've 100%ed it. So, on 100% in the main story, not the side quests or anything like that. So, I want to try and get that done today. I want to try and get it done today. So, can we just appreciate this thumbnail and this thumbnail? I am really happy with my thumbnails at the minute. I think it's the best I've ever done them, and I'm really, really happy about them. This one's the final details I like, because this is for like the eFootball 2022 update. just a like little thing, because normally he's like pointing at the logo, but I put a clock there. It's just like the little details. I absolutely love it. It's simple, but I love it. Absolutely love it. Hopefully you are liking the new thumbnails as well. I don't normally get into politics much within the content scene and stuff like that, but obviously if you live in the UK, pandemic, stuff like that, worldwide pandemic, but specifically in the UK, might be worth watching this Matt Hancock interview talking about the pandemic and behind the scenes, what were government thinking and stuff like that. It's just generally quite interesting, to be honest. So I would generally give it a watch, because it's quite interesting to kind of hear different views, like what they were thinking and stuff like that. So yeah, just thought I'd share that because I thought it was quite interesting. Even though politics are a bit of a weird thing and don't really like them, but it's just kind of nice to know different people's views and what they were thinking and shit like that. So yeah, it's worth a watch. It's quite surprising because I did a vlog the other week on the early of March. It's now 16th of March, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more better because I did like a vlog just talking about how I was feeling a bit shit at that. But today's like definitely one of them days like I'm feeling the difference like in myself, which is good. Like yesterday was just like I noticed it, but today's like the proper like day of noticing, like feeling a bit more on the upbeat side of stuff. I feel like I had that really like down like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, but I feel like it's coming out of it and feel a bit more better. It's been a very like nice, productive few days. I think it's good to be busy. I think that's the overall thing with it. It's like and remembering like the things you've done in your day, because sometimes the day just goes past so quickly. You just kind of forget what you do. So it's always good like to kind of check back in and kind of like, oh, I've done that today, I've done this, and so just kind of like, I have been productive, I have done stuff, I'm not just sat on my bum and done nothing all day. Because sometimes you do just feel like you've done that, and like today it's been good. Currently like editing videos at the moment, pointing in the wrong direction. That's one thing I've done. Well, that's the second video, so that's the second video I'll be doing now. So editing a second video, do some washing, done exercise, cleaned the house. Productive, getting shit done, and it feels kind of good. Feels goddamn good. But with I generally think as well, with like I was talking about earlier in the vlog, just like the mindset of clearness I'm having as well from not streaming. It's really, I'm finding it a real big difference because I had a break last year and I did find a difference, but I've kind of remembered the difference that I have now, because I think as well the biggest impact I'm noticing with not streaming at the moment is I'm able to take each day at a time, not having to think about the far future. And that is like thinking like, right, I've got 7 days ahead of me. When can I stream? When can I do that next stream? I'm able to just like take it one day at a time, which is really nice. Or right, I'm going to stream. I try and plan in my head like I'm going to stream on Thursday. Then when I get to Thursday, I'm a bit tired or whatnot, and it's been quite nice not having that. I'm just taking it each day as it comes. If I'm not in the mood, I just like if I'm not in the mood to record videos and stuff like that, I just won't record, and I'll just, or if I'm in the mood to record but I'm not in edit mood, I'll edit the next day and stuff like that. It's been quite nice having a bit more relaxed vibe to the content side of stuff. It's really quite nice at the minute, and it's less stressful. It really is, because I was talking to someone last night in the stream and they were just like talking like what's saying about the stress of like what to play and stuff like that, and it's like such a noticeable difference of like not having that stress. I've taken that stress away and it's made me more happier. It really is noticeable, and it's kind of like, is this now the future maybe, because I'm more happier. I think I'm generally more just in the moment as well. It definitely is that, like I'm more in the moment, take a day by day, not getting too stressed out with things, and just generally just taking it each day at a time. I just want to add as well, while I was just recording that clip, I had this a cat attacking my foot, because I was literally sat here, the cat's just attacking my foot. Like put his claws, like doing this. He's like, yes, I'm sleeping now. Attack the kitty cat, attack the kitty cat. Attack him. Give him the attention he wants. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. He's down.
He's down. I'm winning. I'm winning. Ah, you little shit. Don't bite my hand. Ah. Ah. So I've just got done recording for 2 hours on a Dying Light. I have finally unlocked that feeling for a game where you're hooked. Your teeth are sunk in. And you're like, I'm now enjoying this game. I was a bit hesitant with Dying Light at first. I think for the first 5 parts I uploaded, I was a bit like, I don't know if I can continue this. But it was just the combat in it was so just, tedious. I didn't like it takes so long to kill people. But I've now unlocked guns, and oh my Christ, it's like godsend. Absolutely a game changer. It really is. And I'm really like, it's like that feeling when you play a game, you're a bit like, I'm curious, unsure. I've unlocked that now. I'm like, yes, I like Dying Light. It takes a bit of a while myself to kind of get into it, kind of get used to the parkour in the combat, the scavenging. I think you do have to give it a bit of time. I enjoyed it to a certain point, then it took me a few more hours to kind of go, I now enjoy it. I've got about halfway throughout the game so far, and I'm definitely like tapped in. I'm like, yeah, I'm locked in. I get the gist of this game, and especially getting the gun. If you play the game, I will say you don't get a gun at the beginning, but once you get to the point where you unlock guns, they are a godsend, and just they make a massive difference. So if you do have played Dying Light and you're like, I don't like it because no guns or combat, keep playing it. Once you unlock guns, it's a game changer. It really is. So I've just binge played Dying Light today just to get it finished. I think I've pretty much done half the game today, and mate, I've gotta say, had its rageful moments in the game, but overall, what a great game. A really great game. Quite enjoyed it. Zombie horror. I think it's a zombie survival horror kind of game, and was really good. Quite enjoyed it. It was definitely. I probably will give it a solid. I'm probably gonna have to give it a good solid like 8 out of 10. Proper solid 8 out of 10. Only things that were annoying were the stamina was the main thing, which I did find quite annoying. And secondly, the combat at the beginning was annoying, but once you get past that and you get the guns made it way more different than it did. I just basically ended up maining guns when I got to a certain point, but yeah, they were the only things. So maybe the little bit parkouring at times was a little bit buggy. But it's such an open world, I can't be too like, oh my god, all of it's going to be perfect. Some of it is going to be a bit buggy because it is a big open world, so I can't be too picky about it. But overall, a solid 8 out of 10. The playthrough, by the time this vlog's up, should be out and going. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do, because it was quite enjoyable. Really was. Even if you played it, if you've got experience by time playing it, give it a watch. It was quite an enjoyable game. It really was.
So we got to the part of the vlog where it was basically my week off, where I was just kind of just recording little highlights. I weren't really dominantly thinking about vlogging. I was just like, oh, pull my phone out and just do a quick recording of this and that. So it's just a little bit of highlights and little things that went on. So there's nothing particular, there's no like flow to the story or anything like that. It's just literally a bit of highlights of my week off. So hopefully you do enjoy the little highlights of my week off and all cool little things I got up to. So I do apologise, there is no like structure to this, just like little highlights of everything I did.
Sounds like he's whimpering.
She's making those noises. He wants to go in the water. Look, he's looking like, shall we go in? And she keeps wandering off.
It's like you going off on an adventure, I'm following behind.
Why is it got curly bits in the end?
I love his tail. All its colours, really. He's off. Bye bye.
Really? That guy's got a proper camera.
This one just feels like it's giving me full on evils. This is like, what are you looking at, mate?
Well, now you said it, they just remind me of Boo.
They are. They literally are Boo.
That's like Boo's shape.
Oh, he's clapping.
That can be your new subby, mate. Because they've got hands.
I can't help but just think they're trying to just dig a hole. It's like Great Escape.
No, I think because their food gets scattered across the cage, they sort of sort through it all.
Yeah.
The other one's not paying attention.
Walk by. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a soul.
That's
There's a kangaroo and a deer in there.
okay. I was about to say I won't not just go nuts. It's not a kangaroo, is that? But it is. It's like to play in Dungeons and Dragons. It's got the dice. We've got another dice over there.
Now there goes a sight from there goes a there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there.
What you wouldn't expect at a zoo. Dinosaurs. Just didn't expect that. The most exciting animal so far, a duck.
What are you doing here?
No, but the ducks are. The ducks are
Where's the sign about the mallards?
out of everything here.
Come
Just
here,
a random
Stop
duck.
the show.
Looks like Glenn when he's sleeping at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Go from having that to more dinosaurs.
Goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight. There goes a sight. There goes a sight from my soul. I think a fallen angel just walked by. 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 There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight. There goes a sight. There goes a sight. There goes a sight.
Guys, this is the moon bears. Don't destroy the sanctity of the moon bears.
I just think they're pretty brave being in the bear bit. Yeah, I found that. And a wild Jaco. It's not very drafty in here, is it?
I think a fallen angel just walked by. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight. There goes a sight. There goes a sight. There goes a sight. There goes a sight from my soul. I think a fallen angel just walked by.
Yes. I'm thinking more Lem. It's Lem.
I think a fallen angel just walked by. I think a fallen angel just walked by. I think a fallen angel just walked by. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight. There goes a sight.
And slightly skinnier than his brother Troy, who's a little bit shorter and a little bit stockier as well. Blade is also a slightly lighter shade of orange. We like to say he's a nice little white patch of fur as well. And in this one, he's got 3 black stripes, so we call him Tiger Stripe Troy. Now, one of the really funny questions that we do with counterparts with a voice to combat all the things that are threatening them out on the wild. can get as well. So one of the biggest things affecting these guys is something called habitat loss and fragmentation. This is something you would have heard at any of our other talks, right? On a piece of clothing or a piece of furniture, rather than...
This is to be strip searched.
So,
So they look identical to me until he started describing what the differences were. And I'm like, yeah, that one's lighter, that one's shorter.
Just the size difference is insane.
Oh no, it's not like yeah, no, she'll I think she's a bit tired. Thank you though.
I think a falling angel just walked by. 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 There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. There goes a sight, there goes a sight.
What do you think that says, I guess, about...
My theory?
About
He's Irish. That's my theory. I really don't get daytime TV. It's shit, but when you get headlines like that, you gotta make up your own version. So, ladies and gents, that is the vlog for March. It is now the end of the month, and you know what? It's been a good month. It's been a bit of a roller coaster of emotions, but coming out at the end of March, a bit more positive, a bit more light-hearted. I think I've had a nice week off. I have from work. Spent it with my other half. And generally, it's been a very nice chilled week, just kind of just doing little bits and bobs, and obviously not vlogging too much, just trying to be a little bit more in the moment. But a bit of the best of March, really. Some things I wanted to talk about, and just generally just share some things with you, which has been quite nice. So yeah, it's been a good month, and looking forward to April, and just kind of rocking and rolling with whatever's going to come our way, because we don't know what's going to happen. We'll take it day by day. It's been a month since I last streamed. We're really focused on YouTube at the moment, so be interested to see where April goes for the next month. So I'm going to end this vlog, and I'm going to start recording for April's vlog. So if you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and might continue doing these ways, like monthly vlogs. So like the best of March, or if anything like that, because it's hard to make a day or like a week's worth of vlogs, but if I could do a month's worth, ding dang do, because I love vlogging, and even if it's just like little bits and bobs, I feel good about making something and be able to share something as well with some people. So yeah, been quite good. But thank you very much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day. Make sure before you click off the video, leave a like. It really does help and lets me know that you enjoy the vlogs, and it helps with the algorithm and stuff like that, so it pumps up the video a bit more. So if you could do it, take a moment just to do that, I'd be very grateful. Love your faces, stay safe, and I'll see you whenever I see you next. Bye.